Now, Laura Rojo, she's giving a testimonial. She's saying about nature beings. I rented a ground floor apartment with a small garden. When I started living there, the plants were not growing in the garden. And the olive tree that was there had almost no leaves. I started blessing the plants with divine fire and cleared the negative energy from the apartment with a wand. I planted new plants and everything started to grow wonderfully. The olive tree began to bear olives too. As there was a lot of ants in the garden, I spoke with ants and insects and asked them to do not enter my home. And so it was. The olive tree grew and almost reached the second floor. Wow. Hey Laura, have you got pictures of this or not? Next time take videos and show what you're doing. It was very beautiful, but after 2 years, the olive tree became ill with white fly. I cleaned it with my wand, but not even with insecticide did it recover. I had been a short time since a new neighbor had come to the first floor. He rented the apartment. He was screaming a lot and had black magic. Wow. She's on the second floor. The first floor guy came and everything went wrong. You see how plants can be affected by people's emotion, my friend. Listen to me. Animals can be affected by human emotion. Plants can be affected. Yeah, it had been a short time since a new neighbor had come to the first floor. He rented the apartment. He was screaming a lot and then black magic and soul. And the olive tree became sick. I started making divine fire for the neighbor, and in a short time, he went to live somewhere else. Olive tree was healed. Bravo, bravo. My friend, I tell people, you do divine fire, something will happen. All the negative people around you will go. Seriously, but you must do. And then something good people will come to you, or you will leave the place and go somewhere else. See what she did, the guy left. The olive tree was healed. Shortly after, the owner of the first floor apartment came to see me, saying that she had a plague of ants on the kitchen floor. And the ants had lifted the tiles from the floor, and she was sure the ants came from my house. But they didn't even have ants in the garden. The woman did not believe it and had to enter my house to verify it. I think she wasn't understood what happened. You see how people blame? Your ants came to my house. Hey, ants build house wherever they like. How can they come to? I didn't feed the ants to grow. Thank you, dear beings of nature and everything you gave us. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Let's see, She's saying that shortly after that, the owner of the first floor apartment came to see me, saying that she had a plague of ants on the kitchen floor. And the ants had lifted the tiles from the floor, and she was sure the ants came from my house. But they didn't. Even had ants in the garden. The woman did not believe it and had to enter my house to verify it. I think she still hasn't understand what happened. Hey Laura, you must take picture. Take a picture of the olive tree, before, after, all the plants, all the ants. It's very interesting to see that, very interesting. How nature want to work with us. The more angry you are, the more angry they become. They will torture you more. They're not scared of you. You understand? They will do it. So we must always be nice. Talk to them and say them go, and they will go. I still remember we were there in Venezuela. Let me call. Rosario.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember the time we went to Venezuela? We went to somebody's house. They had a big garden.
I think you mean Cuba, sir.
Cuba. Sorry, Cuba. Right, Cuba. We went to one house. She's an anthropologist. She's a very educated lady.
Yes, sir. I remember clearly.
And
that was amazing.
Yeah, she was having a farm, and there were so many ants eating all the trees and things like that.
Yes, she said she had she called it a plague for many years. She couldn't get rid of certain ants.
Yeah.
Very strong ants in a certain part of the place, of the huge garden, of the reserve she had there.
Right, and then we did a blessing for the ants.
Exactly. She walked us there, she showed us, and she had amazing special trees, and you saw them, and you blessed them, and they were gone, sir.
The next day we met her about 2 days back, and she said all the ants went off. Remember that?
Exactly, sir.
You see, when you do all kind of funny things, they will be more aggressive. You just have to talk to them and be nice, and they will go.
Yes, sir. The same thing happened inside my house.
Ah.
The countryside.
In your house, yes.
I live in the countryside, and before rain or things like that, the ants start coming inside my house and in my door. But a huge amount of I don't know what it is, earth. They unearthed it, and I sent you pictures, and you blessed. And also, I did divine fire for them, and I asked them, please, I don't want to put any poison. I need my house, my entrance clear. And after that, sir, they keep the outside of the house. Never more inside my house. I never put poison in the house. Yes, sir.
How nice, sir.
Yes.
How nice we can do it to each and every country and tell all the politicians, please love us, we love you, and all will be fine.
Oh, sir.
I think we should all do divine fire to all the political people, politicians, the government. They'll all be nice and everything will be fine, smooth sailing, you know. So I tell, but we need a lot of people to do that. One person not enough. A lot of people need to do that, you know.
Exactly, sir.
And you must constantly do it. I come to Bolivia, I do it once and I walk away. But somebody must keep on doing it, then everything will start to change. It takes a long time to change people, you know. Nature beings will change faster, plants will change faster, ants will listen to you, but human beings a little bit difficult. It takes a long time, a lot of work to be done. You understand?
It's very good of you to say a little bit difficult. Some is very difficult, but yes, sir, you are teaching us, sir. And remember, I told you a month ago there was a drop, no water, no rain.
Ah, right. Imagine that. So much of everybody was dying. Yeah, I remember.
Yes, sir. You blessed, and I kept putting the videos of the rain and asking the rain to come. And now we have a lot of rain. And I asked you yesterday, sir, how can I do for the rain to stop now? And you told me, and this is why I'm saying it, because I find it's very important to say, never say rain, stop. You must say, please, rain, go to the desert or where the plants are thirsty and need you.
Yes.
I find that is so fantastic.
Yes, say thank you for coming to this place. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for giving us. Now please go to deserts where they need you more. Go to Gobi Desert. Go to the Sahara Desert. Go to whatever desert that needs you. Go there, and they will go. Seriously, go to Egypt. Go to Middle East. Go to India. Lots of parts of India need the rain. So I tell people always this. No, they will come. They will stand and say thank you for coming. And you know, I still remember there was a pot, there was somewhere the picture, I got to go and check. There was a spot, all the crocodiles were there, hundreds of them. They were dying.
Yes, because of the thirst.
Yeah, somewhere in South America. They said because of the drought. Yes, sir?
This is Pantanal. It's a place in Brazil.
Yes.
It's between Brazil and Bolivia, where it's all half the year. It's a rainy season and it's like a swamp. So
Right.
Full of many animals, but and this goes on always. Half the year it's full of water, but last year there was no water. So all the poor animals that depend on that water were all together suffering so much. It was so horrible to see.
Hundreds of crocodiles were there in one spot. Can you imagine?
Yes.
Hungry,
Yes.
no
Died
food.
because of no water.
Yes, how many fish would have died? How many fish would have died? You know, how much of fish would have died? So sad. It's all to do with human beings.
Because they all depend on that, yes. And that has a lot to do with humans, sir, as you say, because people there burn the land so they can put cattle.
Oh.
And that's why it's also, yes, sir, because man has to understand they cannot keep eating animals in the way they do, sir, especially in
Yes.
South America,
Yes,
where
they
whole
just
economies
eat.
depend on animal farming. Yes, sir. Very sad. My country, one of them. Uruguay depends on the meat of the cows, sir. Yes. Sir,
Okay.
may I ask you a question, sir?
Yeah.
Those people that were not in the class on...
All are blessed. All the ones are blessed. All the ones are blessed.
All the ones are blessed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I have to say that. I said
Yeah.
something different.
Okay,
very
thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
She asked me, you know, there's lots of water now, no place to go. I said, yes, send the water away, go to some other place. That's all. Don't say stop the water. No. Thank them first. Thank you for coming. They've come for a reason. They've heard our calls. Remember, I bring all the water from all over the bigger South America. You got the Atlantic Ocean this side, and you got the Pacific Ocean. There's enough water to go into every part of the world. But because of negativity, that they don't go. That's how we do it. Okay. So thank you. Right. Now,